Sundress and a golden smile. She's a sweetheart in a little while, and she speaks soft like a lullaby. And she just turned 23.
Hello.
Good morning, sunshine.
You know what movie I watched last night? I watched Borat again. I haven't watched. Have you watched the original Borat in a while?
It's been a really long
I
time.
know,
Where
right?
Where did you find it?
It was on Hulu.
No way.
Do you guys have Hulu in Canada?
We do. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, we do. You got to pay for it. It's like
You what?
$70. Got to pay for it. It's like $70, but no, I'm
Your
just
voice
kidding.
is really low this morning, dude.
Is it?
Yeah.
Like,
There,
because I'm
that's
not-
better. I think you're just a little bit too far from the
Oh,
microphone. Like,
There we go.
Yeah, I watched
Hello.
Borat last night for the first time for another time, and it's like the shit they got away with even in that movie and today,
You
like,
get canceled.
oh my gosh, dude. When he was at the rodeo and he was talking to that guy at the rodeo and he's about to sing the national anthem, oh my god, I don't even want to. I don't even like talking about it. So
I
it's
got to
so bad.
rewatch it.
It's so rough. So
I
how
have to
are you
rewatch
doing
it.
this morning?
I'm good. I'm good.
Good.
I'm good. A lot of well, you know how busy I am these days.
A lot of new
lot of
life
stuff
changes going on in your life
Oh,
there, big guy.
Crazy. But I'm good. I'm kind of seeing the light at the end of the tunnel. I want to say. Does that make sense?
Yeah, seeing the light.
And that's what I want to talk about today, dude. I want to talk
Seeing the
about
light
that.
at the end of a tunnel.
Well, not necessarily that, but
If you're walking in a tunnel and you see a light coming towards you, please do not run towards the light.
you're going to heaven. No, just the fact that, like, you know how things can go so bad sometimes, and like you have trouble seeing.
No.
No, you don't know that.
I have no clue what you're talking about, dude.
Yeah, like just healing is not linear. I feel like a lot of people think that healing is supposed to be like this stable, constant thing. It's not. It's not.
Damn, what happened to you last? I haven't talked to you in 12 hours. What happened? Damn, this is quite a topic this morning to get
Right?
into.
Well, I mean,
Love is not linear.
it's not linear. No, healing is
All
not
right.
linear.
Healing is not linear.
Love should be linear.
Love should be linear.
It should be, but healing is not linear.
Well, say more. Ask me, like, what are we doing? Like, what do we want to talk about? How are we gonna
Well,
jump into
that's what I'm
this?
thinking, because I've been watching a lot of social media, obviously, like, kind of my job, and I'm seeing a lot of content creators just talk about how when you break up, you should just leave and move on, as if nothing ever existed.
Well,
and
including you. You do stuff like that too.
Yes, but I don't think I say like just
Hypocrite.
move on. Like it's not as easy as it seems.
I think
right?
with you, it comes as more of
Know your worth.
don't put up with that shit.
Yes.
Like yours was like, if you're putting up with this and this and that, walk away.
Exactly. It's kind of knowing your worth, right? Know your worth and walk away. But I won't be like, yeah, just get out and make sure to be healed, in 2-3 days from that event.
Yeah. I think social media has helped that though, recently, really though. Like some people that were lost in the past, that they if you have a breakup or something happens very traumatic in your life,
Yeah.
these days, doom scrolling actually could help in those situations where you kind of go and you're kind of seeking some, what are other, I think it's always easier when you see, well, they're going through that too. You know what I mean? But yeah, I kind of know where you're coming from on that though. Like as far as like social media saying,
Yes, and like the way it's explained too, we talk about a lot of avoidance online, a lot of narcissists or no contact. I think that those things, especially no contact, man, no contact is so confusing for people right now, because everybody thinks that because it's over, they're just in no contact. You know what I mean? Like someone will break up a relationship and they're like, oh, I'm in no contact with my ex or whatever. We're not going to talk, but it's for ourselves, for our own good right now. We're going to work on ourselves, but we're going to get back together,
Yeah.
And
the
then
best
they
way
go,
to be no contact is delete their contact.
yes.
Would you ever be able to contact me if you lost my number?
Yeah. You're
How?
on social media.
No,
dude.
no. Would you be able to, like, if there was no social media, could you contact me?
Well, with this new contract that we signed, I believe I have your address.
Oh, God, my phone number. Like, if you deleted my phone number,
No,
right?
no, I don't know by heart.
Remember back in the
Is that
day?
question?
Well, you're much younger than me, but back in the day, you had to remember phone numbers.
Yes.
And nowadays with AI, you don't have to remember anything. I was talking to somebody about that yesterday with AI these days. Like in the past, you would be like, I have to write something, or I have to do something for work. I have to do something in life. I need to write a
Mhm.
letter to a lawyer or something. I need to be very professional,
Yeah.
And then it's like, okay, dear so and so, you would write the letter. Now you can just be like a Neanderthal and be like, go into your keyboard and be like, me type letter to lawyer, make nice, and it's like perfect. You don't even have to think anymore, right? And it goes back to that, like
Weird
not having to
example.
use our mind to do things,
Weird
which has
example.
everything to do about this topic this morning.
Yeah, exactly. And that's the thing. So deleting, if I deleted your number, no, I wouldn't contact. The only
No,
person I could contact is my mom and my cousin. Those are the only two numbers I've
your
memorized by
dad
heart.
your dad's listening. It's like, what the hell, son?
He doesn't have a phone. He just got
Your
his
dad
first
doesn't have
cell
a phone?
phone. No, it's his first cell phone. He
Not even
got
a
it
flip phone?
a month ago. Two
A
two
flip
months
phone.
ago.
Your dad got a flip phone?
No, just a phone. He never had a cell phone before that.
Really?
Yeah. So
Is it like a
he's
smartphone? Is it an iPhone?
yeah, I gave him mine. I gave him one of mine.
That's the only reason he got
Like
one.
I'm
He's
like
like, Dad,
seriously,
take my
like
old
this is
one, please.
crazy, you know? Like we need to be able to reach out to you if something, anyways.
Wow.
So yeah, so I mean that whole no contact thing, the whole we broke up, we need some space. Sometimes a breakup is a breakup. You know what I mean? And it's
Mhm.
over and you got to start moving on with your life. And I think it's the moving on that's extremely difficult because you have those ups and downs. Like one day you're super good, you're laughing, you're having fun, you're enjoying time out with your friends, and the very next day you get a flashback, which by the way, I don't know what you think about this, but flashbacks are uncontrollable
And horrific.
and horrific.
Like they are, for me, they're terrifying. Like when you think about something that hurt you. So it's not only terrifying for me, it's terrifying and then anxiety. Like my anxiety. Okay, let's talk about anxiety first. Let's change the topic. Anxiety for me in a relationship or anything really, anxiety just sits always in the background. It's like the security guard. Anxiety is the security guard at the bank, sitting in the chair waiting for something to happen from in my mind. So like people are coming in, things are, information's coming in my head, the security guard, my anxiety just sitting there, and it's just like, come on in, you're fine. And then flashback or something will come up that scares anxiety, and everything in the bank is going fine, but it scares anxiety and he just starts fucking everything up. Like it's just like anxiety takes over and is trying to figure things out. And that's what happens in a flashback with me, with my brain in
Wait,
anxiety mode.
so all of your flashbacks are negative, or do you
Yes,
have
most of
good
them
ones?
are. No, most of my flashbacks, unless it's wait, let me think about this. Yeah, most of the flashbacks are negative. Like if
Really?
yeah, most unless I'm in the situation where someone says, "Do you remember that time?" and then it makes me really happy. Or if I'm thinking about my partner, about something that has to do with like that time we did this. But I think in my brain, most of my day is trying, like when I'm medicated, it's fine. But before, most of my day would be on mitigating the outcome of damage that's going to happen in that day. So it would cause that much anxiety for me to make sure that the day's not going to fall apart completely.
Okay, this just confirms how different our brains are, and that's
Right?
what I'm impressed about right now because I have the negative ones,
Mm-hmm.
but dude, I have like positive ones too. Like
Oh my God.
I will remember.
Lucky.
Like no, I don't think it's like this. I will remember how an ex of mine kissed me at some point, and literally like feel it. Like
Are you
I
serious?
remember how much I felt at that moment. Like my flashbacks are pretty.
Wow.
It's not just negative. There's a lot of
Wow.
positive too, and I think that's what makes it hard when you're healing, because you're getting. If you're getting both, for you, you're getting just a negative. So you can be like, "Well, oh fuck,
So can you
fuck this
imagine
person."
what I went through 3 years ago, 4
Yeah.
years ago? Can you
Now,
imagine when
now,
most of my things were negative before and my self-worth was dog shit and everything, and I was always every morning getting up and saying, today I have to make the world see me in a light that I couldn't even see myself in, every single day. And then something really bad happens to me and it's just like, I'm done. It's
I didn't even know that. I didn't know. I know the conversations that we had. I remember you going through that stuff, but I didn't think that all your flashbacks were all negative.
all
Like
negative.
I would have thought.
It's not like the flashbacks are all negative. It's like the flashcards. You know, when you have flashcards in front of you when you're trying to read something, all
Hmm.
my flashcards. So if I'm having something good going on, back then, all the flashcards of my day were all the reminders that things are, hey, by the way, you're doing really good right now. But remember, all this shit happened to you and it's really bad. It's really,
Right.
really, really bad. So don't fuck up right now, because all this shit is really bad still, and it's right here. And you're going to have to deal with this. And I never dealt with it. So then in my mental health, my poor mental health, I would just put it aside, not deal with it, sweep it under the rug, and come up with something to distract me, to get that dopamine dump, to not think about all the negative things.
So I'm curious, to everybody listening, let us know in the comments if it's just negative flashbacks or both.
Yes.
Because I think
Please
that's
do.
definitely going to...
Because if I'm by myself, I'm going to be really sad. I'm going to be really sad if I'm the only one having negative. Don't get me wrong. There are some good flashbacks that I have that I think about the past and stuff like that. But for the most part, yeah, it sucks. It's pretty dark. It's pretty dark in here.
I'm not saying it's you who has the issue. It could be me. Maybe I'm the one that's not normal having positive flashbacks. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Maybe it's all of the drugs you take.
Which is zero. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you for that.
No problem. So I think that makes a huge difference on the healing, because if you're just getting those negative ones, does that make it easier for you to move on?
Oh shit, no. It makes it hard. I think it makes it harder. I'd be really interested to see what people think on this, and men and women. Like, we don't have many men that comment, but I would love to
never
hear
comment. I don't know why.
I don't know why. Yeah. But I would love to see like a man's
listen.
perspective on this, on the healing process.
Yeah, same. Because I feel
how
like
quick men can heal over women. Do you think women carry it for longer than men in the healing process?
That's such a good question. This is do I think? It's not a fact. I think women move on faster. And let me...
God, really?
Hold on.
See, I was totally going opposite. I thought you were going to say something completely different there.
Let me tell you why.
Okay.
Recently, there's a really, really big study that was made for women. I don't know how many women were polled. 53% of women have someone in their eyesight for if there was a breakup. 53.
Ooh, I don't like that.
I don't like that either.
That scares me.
That's the only reason I'm saying this, is because most women, I'm not putting you know how I am. I don't put everyone in the same basket.
I got anxiety when you said that.
But with that stat, knowing that 53% of women, that's more than half of the women in the world, well, on this poll, they already have someone they're thinking about if they were to break up. So they know that if they break up, they know break out. Yeah, that's probably gonna happen too. But if they break up, they know who their next target is. Sorry, not next target. Their next.
That is not getting edited out, by the way. You're welcome, Tracy.
So yeah,
their next target.
That scares.
We're gonna see Pat on the first 48 on A&E.
Yeah,
we all thought that Patrick Gaudet was a social media lover, but when they found 14 bodies in his apartment,
it's not me. I'm just saying. Like
you said, target. You're talking about the women.
Yeah. It scares me to know that like you're in a relationship, and in the back of your girlfriend's head, there's already someone else where she's like, well, if I ever break up with this guy, I'm going to go for this one.
Oh, God. Why would you bring that up this morning? Like, I don't need to hear that shit this morning.
No one needs to hear that.
God,
but here's the thing. What if you poll the same number of guys? Is the stat the same? I don't know. Yeah, who knows?
Wait, what's 7 minus 100?
I get into calculations, but you know what I mean?
93% of men, because the 7%ers don't.
I don't think it's that. No, it's not that high, dude.
But it's sad.
Yeah.
I was talking to our manager yesterday, and we after our business call, and after you logged off, and I was talking to her for a little bit, and we were talking about just like some basic things about love and my relationship and how much I love and the things that I do in a relationship that I know you do the exact same thing is, the acts of kindness, the things that we do above and beyond a lot of people that would do. And I do it strictly for the fact that I love the smile when she can reach for something. Okay. And it's there for her and it's prepared exactly the way she loves it. She doesn't even have to say thank you. She was able to reach for it and it was there for her. And I did that. I get more out of it, I think, than she does. I think, because I was there for her. That's how much I love. And that's how much you love. I know that, just like when you were saying in your, like when you open the door for a woman all the time, like that's like a lot, a lot of people don't do that. I don't do that, but we love in different ways. And the fact that there's a stat of 53% of women are thinking of the next person, like, I don't know That's scary as fuck, dude. I don't like it.
Nobody likes it. But again, I mean, I don't know what the stat for men is, but that makes it more difficult when you're in your healing journey because, let's say you just broke up. Say you just broke up and your partner, your ex, whether it's a man or a woman,
Yeah.
moves on extremely quickly.
Yeah.
You think that affects your healing journey positively or negatively?
Negatively.
Yeah.
Destroys you.
Right? So that's what I'm
Destroys you.
saying, that healing journey, it's impossible for it to be linear. You can't just get out of a relationship and be like, oh, I'm going to be normal every single day,
This is fine.
because
I'm good.
every single day you're going to be reminded of something. You're going to see something on social media that you're going to find out about them. And it's going to peak these emotions, dude. Right?
Do
So
you know how much respect? Do you know how sometimes I think of you and understand, like, I can't comprehend how strong you are, Pat, from the shit that you've dealt with in the last 3 years, and being destroyed, hurt by women in a way that you have. I fail. Like, I think of what you've been through, and there was a couple days ago I was thinking about, I saw something in the movie and I thought of you.
tell me it was in Borat.
It was Borat, and he talked to his wife, and he said, "Hello." No, but he got dumped, or they were breaking up. What was this movie? Shit, it was 50 First Dates with Adam Sandler and Drew Barrymore. When she erased him from the book, remember? She's like, "I have to erase you from the book."
Yep.
I literally thought of you in that moment because he was so, like, Adam Sandler in that movie was so kind. He was like making her fall in love with him every single morning, right? I'm like, I'm watching this now after, being in your life for so long. I'm like, holy shit, that's Pat. Like, Pat would totally fucking do that every single morning, if he loves for love. And then she's like, I need to erase you from this book so I don't remember you. And then the end of the movie, when she's drawing him and stuff. But I thought of you and what you've been through in the last couple years, and it's so similar to that, like, where they're erasing you basically, and you're stuck there loving somebody every single day, and you're like, I need to move forward. I'm going to go hang out with my friends. I'm going to go for a beer. I'm going to sit here and cry. But that pain that you went through, I was watching that movie and I actually started feeling that pain that you went through for a second. You're so strong, dude. Like, it just blows my mind on how strong you are. And I think when you go through that shit, it's, as much as it sucks, and you always say in your post, it makes you stronger, it makes you this, it makes you that, move on, don't settle, all those things you say, and then you have to put them into practice yourself. And dude, how hard is that? Let me ask you, how hard is it when you try to inspire others and then you're the one having to deal with that shit?
It's the hardest thing I've ever had to do in my life.
Right?
Because I go live too, right? And going live when you've got so much stuff happening in the background is extremely difficult. So to put yourself out there and to pretend everything's fine when everything is not, and you and everyone who's close to me knows this right now, it's extremely difficult. And again, we're talking about the healing journey. That makes it difficult. You say I'm strong, and I appreciate that, but you've also seen how sensitive I am. My neighbor has seen how sensitive I am. When that news, which I've already talked about, happened, I literally ran to his apartment. And this guy, by the way, my neighbor
called me from his apartment. I called you from his apartment. Yeah, remember I was at that event, and I'm like, dude, where are you right now?
Maybe, I don't even remember. But this guy is like 6'3", weighs like 290 pounds. He's huge. Damn. Huge. Okay, he's a freaking football player. I'm 6'1", 225, right? So I'm not so small myself.
You're 225?
Yeah.
Really?
These pipes, bro. Come on. Ran to his apartment and literally cried like a little baby in his arms. You know what I mean? So it's part of the healing journey. Like, there's days where you're okay. And I was doing fine that morning. And then boom, find something out, destroys me. Linear. Right? Yeah. It's never the same. So I appreciate you saying that I'm strong. I do. And I think that I've put a lot of work into myself to make myself stronger. But the reality is I'm still a sensitive little bitch.
Don't say that. You're not a sensitive little bitch. You're sensitive. But you're very sensitive. I'm very sensitive. I'm not a little bitch, but I'm very sensitive.
I'm just saying,
here's the issue. People take that sensitivity. They'll take it for granted, dude. like especially when you're on a podcast and on social media and stuff like that, like them understanding here's what people don't see of Patrick. The Patrick that I see when he is sad and when he's healing, it goes from sad healing to that resilience comes out as anger, but it's not anger, it's him building up. It's like the scar tissue that's building on a cut, like
Yes.
it's like the cut is still there, but it's scar tissue. It's very fragile. If he hits it and bumps it, that scar will break open and it'll start bleeding again. But you see that scar tissue. I think that's what I see when you're healing, Pat. I saw anger coming out of you, but it wasn't anger. Your mom saw it. People that were closest to you, they were saying like, "Are you okay?" Because it was coming out in that way, And I think everyone processes that healing differently. I know when I was struggling, or if I'm struggling with something. It's funny, you pop in my head a lot saying, like I don't have to settle. I don't deserve this. That was a big one for me that I had to understand. It took me a long time to comprehend the words, I don't deserve this, and say it to me like, dude, you don't deserve this. Because for the longest time, when anything bad that happened to me, I deserved it. My brain would convince me that I deserved it, So I don't know. It's one of those things. My phone just lit up beside me. I'm like, oh my God, I hope that's off because I don't hear it.
Yeah.
But yeah, so that's what I saw when you were in your healing process was it was different.
I think what's interesting about what you just said is I found out recently that there's a part of your brain, I don't remember the name, it's like scientific name or whatever, I don't remember the name, but there's a part of our brain that every time it puts you in an uncomfortable situation, it's like a muscle. It gets stronger. And the more you're in uncomfortable situations, the stronger it gets. So when you talk about resilience, I think that's where it comes from. If you're training that muscle in your brain for those uncomfortable situations or situations that you don't like, the more you're put into them, the stronger you get. And here's what I figured out. I figured out by looking at my journey that when those things happen, that timeline just becomes shorter and shorter.
Yes.
The hurt is still there, but the pain lasts less and less long, if that makes any sense. So before, example, someone would tell me something, I'd think about it for sometimes weeks on end, and now that bracket is just reducing in size. So instead of going longer days, it's shorter and I'm able to move on quicker. So I think that being in all those uncomfortable situations that I've had in the past, 3 years, it is making me so much stronger, dude. Like it's unreal. But it's also scary because now I'm at the point where I'm like, why would I even get back in a relationship? And that's what, I don't know if you
you've
remember.
been saying that a lot lately too, because I think that whole healing side of you kicks in and goes through that side. And then you're like, shit, I don't want to go back here again. Like this sucks.
Well, I said it yesterday on the call. We talked, we're on the call with the manager and we were talking about those sex toys. And I was like,
yes, people, it was that kind of call.
No, we're
talking about sex
brainstorming.
Toys.
We're brainstorming. Just
we were brainstorming. What were we brainstorming though? We were brainstorming show ideas, and one of the things that our people have been talking about us doing is a sex show, right?
Yeah.
And that's why sex toys came out. And I suggested that we have sponsors that with sex toys, and then when we're in studio, we could try the sex toys.
You can try them. I can try.
Bullshit. We're all going to try sex toys. If we get sex toys as a sponsor, just for any sex toy manufacturers out there, now that Patrick said that, please sponsor our show because he will do it.
No, I won't.
Yes, you will. Real doll.
On another
Real
note,
doll, if you're listening.
On another note, we were talking about that, right? And I was talking about the whole how the sex dolls have become so realistic, right? Yes. And I made the joke. I'm like, you know what? Maybe that's what I need. And then, Manor's like, well, what the hell? You've got like all these women that blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, yeah, but the difference is the doll won't hurt my feelings. That was my answer. Remember that?
Absolutely. So Real Doll, the manufacturers of Real Doll. If you would like to sponsor the show, Patrick needs a date.
Yeah.
Please send Real Doll.
For me to say that, dude, it's just insane to me. For me to be at that point where I'm like, why would I get in a relationship if at the end of the day, it's always pain, right? And it sounds so stupid. Like I said it and I was like, it's really not what I think because I want to be in a relationship. But it's just like, what the hell? Like, why would I want to with all the pain that it brings? And it's a scary place to be in. And that's, again, part of the ups and downs.
Do you feel like that the next time you get into a relationship, you're going to be looking for red flags before you look for green flags instantly?
Here's the thing. We talked about this. I don't know on which episode. The red flags today are extremely hard to detect because in the beginning they put a mask on. Everybody puts a mask on. They're trying to sell you somebody that they're not, right? So that first date, they're showing you what
The
you
used
want
car
to see.
salesman.
Yeah. Like
What
this
is it
is
going to take to get you into my vagina today?
exactly,
Instead of the car.
especially if they've seen me on social media. If they see me on social media and they know how I am,
Mm-hmm.
this is exactly what they're going to try to
See,
project.
that's even worse for you. Dude, you're screwed in so many ways when it comes to this shit because they know you way, way, way. I mean, and you've said it yourself, and it's true. We've said it on the podcast. This is Pat. Like we, the people that know Pat the best, see a different version, and he sees a different version of me, of course. We all have something that's sacred within our life. We're not going to share everything on social media. But for the most part, in a relationship, what you see is what you get with this guy. So them knowing that if you have a narcissist that's going to come and try to take you and target you, as you said earlier, you know, they can do their homework. They can just sit there for an hour and watch all your posts and basically make a voodoo doll of you and be like, I got this guy. I know what he likes. I know what he doesn't like. And I'm going to stick with it for a little while and see if, and like, dude, that's scary. Holy shit.
Exactly. And how do you think that helps a healing journey?
Yeah.
You know what I
No
mean?
wonder you want, okay, real doll for real. Send him a doll, please. But yeah, like that's scary, dude. Like, and the thing is with you, you can't just shut it off. You know, you can't just be like, oh, I'm done. You know, when he does all these lives, you know, he doesn't get anything from TikTok because he's in Canada. And, Americans creators get money when they do gifts and stuff like that, I guess. I made 17 cents on a live last night, dude, just so you know. Pretty good, right? 17 cents. But I didn't do the live for 17 cents. I did the live because Dante was on the scooter and I need to start doing more content. I know this. I have a really hard time with it. Um, but I did a live. Like, why? Like, why do you do it? At this point, he can't not do it because he just gets so much more than money from doing lives and doing these things and these posts every day. It's the people that he's affecting has become part of, I think, who he is. Am I wrong, dude?
No, you're right. But here's first things first. Yes, I do it for others, but the first thing is I do it for me because this has become my coping mechanism. So in this healing journey that I've been having, me taking it to social media and just talking about how I feel and just putting it out there to see maybe somebody else is feeling that way. Maybe I can help them. Maybe I cannot. It's basically my type of journaling, if that makes any sense.
Yeah,
Okay.
absolutely.
There's people that'll sit down with a book and they'll write exactly how they feel that day and all that stuff, which is amazing. I think that's also part of the healing journey. You got to be able to do those things. But for me, TikTok, creating content is my journaling.
Mm-hmm.
And so that's part of my healing. And it's a funny thing because there's a lot of my exes that think that the content is about them.
Mm-hmm. Happens
Happens all the time. They
Yeah.
always think it's about them. But at the same time, I'm like, well, if the shoe fits you,
Yeah.
fine.
I'm sure a lot of people could relate to that. It's not even if you don't even know them. Like, oh yeah, that I fit that,
Yeah. But at the same time, I'm like, well, if you feel that way, you shouldn't have made me feel that way.
Right.
So, if you think now I'm attacking you, well, you probably shouldn't have done that in the
Do you
first place.
think people just stick around for not having to deal with the healing shittiness that goes in with
Of
it?
course,
And just
100. Oh,
just stick
God,
there
yeah.
and like, fuck it, it's not worth it. Dating sucks. I'm just gonna stick here and
Dude,
eat shit for the rest of my life.
we've had those comments. People that stayed in relationships for 18, 22, 26, 30 years.
That's right. Yeah.
That have told us, well, yeah, I stayed because it was too scary to get out of it. It's more scary to get out than to stay, which is so, when you think about it, when you say that out loud, it does
Yeah.
sound ridiculous.
It does, but it doesn't, dude. Like it's when you have zero self-worth. I just know where I was too. And it's like when you have no self-worth and you're like, shit, if you're not gonna change and you're just gonna stick with it and you're not willing to put in the work, like fuck it, I'll just stay here. Whatever. It's so sad. It's so sad. But I really believe that kids have a dynamic to that too. Because when you have kids in the mix of things, that changes. Like Sierra was saying here a couple weeks ago, like it was just like when you have kids, you kind of just like you do what's best for them, you do what's best for the family, but you lose yourself in the process too. You become a shell. If that's just like I wake up, I do this, I go to bed, I wake up, do this, and hopefully one day I don't wake up.
Yeah. Which is crazy to think, right?
Yeah. Yeah.
But
it's
That's why, like, when you're healing, you have, again, we're coming back to those days where you wake up and it's just like you're reminded of so many things. Even sometimes your body aches, dude. You know, when you love someone so much and it ends and it's over and you break up and you're in that healing process, there are days you'll wake up and your body hurts.
Yeah,
Like there's
it's
physical
physical.
pain. Exactly.
It's just physical, physical. Yeah, but it is.
There's physical pain involved in the healing process, you know?
It is.
And people don't understand that. People don't understand like everything that comes with it. Coming back to saying, you know, it's linear. It never is going to be the same. And it's different for everybody. You said it. You only have like negative flashbacks. But to everyone listening who's got those positive flashbacks, who remember, you know, that time they said something and you felt that, you know, those butterflies in your stomach or whatever, you can remember those things and you can even feel things. Like you can remember how they touched you. You can remember how they kissed you. You can remember how they rubbed your hair, whatever. These are all things that come back and make that healing process so much tougher. I want to say.
Does some of the bad issues, like some of the hurt sometimes, does that feel good just to go there and just sit there and like wallow in it for a minute?
I think there's two different types of people. I think there's some people that it happens unexpectedly, you know, where they're going about their day and then they get that, you know, kind of bad flashback.
Yeah.
And then there's others like myself who will do it on purpose, who'll go back to the negative on purpose to give themselves some sort of frustration feeling that can get
Yes.
them out of the, you know what I mean? Does that make
Yep.
sense?
No, 100%. I would do that often actually. So
Yeah. So
just
it
go
does
back.
go back to the bad stuff so that you can feel that. I don't want to say hate, but you want to feel that emotion that can make you stop thinking about the good so that you can finally move on,
Yeah.
you
Okay,
know?
this is bumming me out now. I
Okay.
want to do something different.
Okay.
Let's do you want to play a game with me?
Oh, that's what you've been looking at all this time.
Well, do you want to we have one of the things that I've been looking at here is coming I like a last week when you asked me all these questions without telling me what they were. So I'm going to try to do some payback here. So I have a Jeopardy today, a Jeopardy format. It's what women want from a passionate relationship. Don't you dare type that. I see you looking down right now.
Looking at my sheet.
Okay. I thought you were going to type
No,
that
I'm
into
looking at my sheet,
ChatGPT
my
and then
notes.
get the answers.
I'm on my computer, bro.
That's right.
I can't.
Okay. I'm like, don't you fucking dare. Okay. So it's from 1 to 500. Dude, stop it. From 1 to 500, you get to choose your cat. The category is, again, it's only one category. So where the fuck did it? Okay. What women want from a passionate relationship. You can start from 1 to 500, but you have to answer like in Jeopardy format. Okay. Ready and go.
What is what women want in a
Yeah.
romantic relationship for 200?
200. Okay. For 200. This is a type of communication, helps avoid mind games, and builds trust between partners. I'll read it again. This type of communication helps avoid mind games and builds trust between partners.
This type of communication.
This type of communication helps avoid mind games and builds trust between partners.
What is intimacy?
Sorry. What is open and honest communication? What is open and honest
Right.
communication?
Okay.
You were not close on that one. Pick another one. It's 200. 200's off the board.
What is what women want in romantic relationships for 500?
500. Oh, the 500 question. Many women crave this consistency from a partner showing up, keeping promises, and being present through ups and downs. Let me read it again.
That sounds like a fact. It doesn't even sound like a
No,
question.
it's not. It's you have to answer like Jeopardy format.
Right.
Many women crave this consistency from a partner showing up, keeping promises, and being present through ups and downs.
That sounds like a fact.
What is emotional reliability or stability? So look at that. That's like you're 0 for 2, dude.
Jeez, but what is
Okay,
what,
so you want to start with what? You want to go to 100 since maybe it's an easier one?
No, let's do 400.
Small acts like kisses on the forehead or holding hands in public are
What is physical touch?
What is physical? What?
What is physical touch?
Yes. Ding,
I
ding,
said
ding,
what-
ding, ding. What is physical affection is what it said. Really.
All right.
But that was really good, dude.
Thank you.
400,
Thank you.
got
Thank
it.
you. I had to catch up for my two other failures.
Yeah. What is physical touch? So everyone listening knows that's my favorite love language, by the way.
For a lot of
physical
people.
touch. Physical touch. Okay, you have 100, 200, or 300 left.
300. I did 200, by the way. I have
You did
100 and
200. Oh yeah,
300
you screwed
left.
up 200
Yeah.
already. You want 300?
Yes, please.
Okay, 300.
What is 300?
Without this, you can't say what is 300. Without this mental element, even the hottest physical relationship can feel flat.
Physical?
Yes. Without this mental element.
Mental element.
Yeah, without this mental element, even the hottest physical relationship can feel flat.
What is connect?
Oh, pretty good. Pretty good. But it's what is intellectual stimulation?
Okay.
So connection. That would be pretty close.
Okay. All right.
I hope everyone listening at home is playing along too. And try to keep score. That was pretty good though, because that intellectual connection is really important. And then okay, so now we have 100.
What is 100?
What is you're so stupid. Okay, this emotional foundation allows women to feel safe, understood, and fully themselves in a relationship.
What is femininity?
What?
Femininity.
What is femininity?
Yeah. No.
No, that's not it at all. Like that was you said that really fast though. What is emotional connection?
Okay.
That's the it's what is emotional connection.
All right.
So I think that's that's pretty. So now that you got two, did you get two right? Is that what you got? Two right?
I think so. Yeah.
I think you got two right. So the next part of this is spicing it up a little bit. So now this is.
Oh, there's another part.
Yeah, there's another part. So you got you got two right on the first round.
All right.
Congratulations. And what do we got from Johnny? We have round 2.
A new car.
We have a new car. This beautiful 86 LeSabre. So round 2. 1 to 500, Pat. Let's see how you do this time.
What is 500?
What is 500? This phrase, spoken in hundreds of different ways and moments, lies at the heart of a passionate love. It's a good one, dude.
Alex Trebek.
This is a good one. You've said this before. You've said this too.
What is I got you?
Oh, yeah, dude. I'm
that
not
it?
even joking. No, it's definitely not it. But it was so freaking close. I choose you. Like,
Well,
that's amazing, dude.
Okay.
Good job.
All
That's
right.
500 right off the bat. Let's give a round of
Hey.
applause for Pat there. That's awesome. Okay, so you got 500. So you're on the board.
Okay.
Where are
That's
you going
close enough.
next?
We're going 100.
100. For $100, this type of flirtation continues well after the honeymoon phase and keeps things fun and electric.
Type of flirtation. Oh my
This
God.
type of
There's
flirtation
types of
continues.
flirtations.
What's that? I know.
There's types of flirtations. I didn't even know that.
Yeah, there's types of flirtation. This type of flirtation continues well after the honeymoon phase and keeps things fun and electric.
What is quality time?
Sorry. What is playful teasing?
You know what? We should probably talk about this because I didn't even know there was types of flirtations.
Really?
Yeah.
We could do this after the game. We're
yeah.
not switching now.
Okay.
Now,
Perfect.
now we're
No,
in
not
game.
now. Yeah. But we should
Okay.
we should come back to this because
We
I had
should
no
come
idea
back
there
to
was
it. Okay.
types of flirtations.
So you have 1-0 on this round so far.
Right.
So
500 points. So I mean,
yeah, but you do have $500 in your pocket.
There we go.
Okay, where are you going next?
We're going 400.
400. This daily ritual can become a sacred love language, especially when done without being asked.
What is acts of service?
Correct. Beautiful. $400 in Pat's pocket. Congratulations, Pat. Very good. Okay, you have 200 and 300 left on the board.
We're doing 200.
200. She may not say it, but she's grinning when you do this while doing the dishes or driving with her hand in yours.
She's
so
doing
many
this
people,
while-
so many of our listeners went somewhere completely different when I asked that question, but this
Yeah.
is not it.
She's doing this while you're doing that.
She may not say it, but she's grinning when you do this while doing the dishes or driving with her hand in yours.
What is she's thinking about how lucky she is?
What is singing to her or dancing with her randomly? That was like really.
That is not how I understood the question.
No, that's so like messed up.
Okay.
She may
Moving
not
on.
say this. We're gonna give you the 200 on that. Let's give that's Pat gets the 200 on that.
Okay, there you
We'll
go.
give you 100. We'll give you 100 of the 200.
What is 300?
What is 300? True passion isn't about perfection. It's about this very human, very powerful act of opening up.
What is vulnerability?
Yes, beautiful. 300. Pat dominates that round, folks. It's a beautiful round. And Johnny, what do we got for him? We have a beautiful trip to Singles, Jamaica. Oh, join Singles in Jamaica. That was really good, dude. That was really, really good.
It just confirms. I did a lot of work on myself
did,
the
dude.
past 3 years. I learned
And
a lot
I think
of stuff.
you Googled these answers.
No,
that was good. Some of those you really did. Like you did really good. Which ones did you struggle most with though? Like, see.
Well, the one that sounded like a fact, not a question, and the singing. What the hell was that? The question
singing one was dancing.
Yeah.
What was it earlier that we said? The types of flirtation. Let's type that in.
Bro, I want to talk to you about something that happened on my live the other day.
Okay, go.
I was live on Tuesday on TikTok, and this life coach came onto my live.
Yeah.
Has no idea who I am. I've never seen her. She doesn't know. She said she knew who I was. I was like, I don't know who you are. I've never seen you on here before. And you know, she said in my life.
What's that? Tell me.
At that time, I was explaining to the people in my life that, I had 4 relationships. And she comes onto my live and she goes, you had 4 relationships. Something is wrong with you. You need therapy. You should book a one-on-one with me.
Did you?
Shoots that out right while I'm live. And I'm like, wow. I'm like, who do you think you are? Like, you don't know who I am. You don't know who I am. You don't know what I've been through. And luckily, my beautiful, amazing community just like attacked her. They're like, what the hell? You don't know who's like, you don't even know who this guy is. You haven't been the first time we see you here. Like, do you realize the guy's been single for 3 years and just working on himself, you know? And I
don't think it's her fault if she doesn't know you. Like see you.
You don't say that when you don't know
you
someone.
You don't say it, but
you don't say that.
Can think it. You
can think it. So I told her, I said, listen, if you're a life coach and this is how you approach people so that they book a one-on-one with you, you should maybe reconsider what you do in life.
Think of something else to do.
That is not how you do it. So again, I mean, I just want to come back to this whole, linear healing stuff. I wanted to talk about this because I just feel there's so many people, whether it's in the comments, whether it's in DMs, whatever, they're coming in and a lot of people are suffering from a relationship they're coming out of. Some of which, it's only been a year, but others it's been like 5-6 years and they're still struggling.
Right.
You know what I mean? And I want to ask you this. Do you think that when you get into a relationship, it is possible that the person you're dating is still thinking about an ex?
Yes. How can you not?
Right?
How can you not? Like you're thinking. You actually brought that up at our meeting yesterday when we were talking about sex.
Really?
Yeah. You were asking, you said we were coming up with different questions to talk about sex. And you were like,
yes.
You're like in the middle of climax. Are they thinking about their ex? And I was like, what the fuck? What did you say just now?
Yeah. Yeah. And I'm sure it happens.
Thinking about their ex during sex?
Yeah.
During sex?
Of course.
No.
Of course, dude.
No, there's no way.
Yeah. Okay.
Like the woman is or the man?
Both. I'm sure. Oh my God.
You're thinking about an ex when you're having sex with someone?
I didn't say I was. I didn't say
bullshit. You just said both. You're like both.
I'm saying that people do it. Hell yes.
Really?
Yeah, I think here's the thing. I have this thinking on body count. Okay, I'll give you an example. And again, I'm not putting everyone in the same basket. But if you have a high body count, say you slept with 50 people, you've had a lot of occasions to discover yourself and, sex, right? So if your first one is not so great at the act, what are you doing? You're comparing him to others most of the time. Or if you're really a genuine, nice person, no, you're not. You're thinking about the actual moment and you're trying to enjoy it. But there are some people that compare their exes to the person that they're with. And that doesn't help healing.
Mm-hmm. No.
Especially if they tell you about it. They tell you like, you know what? My ex did this or my ex did that. And I liked it when she did that or he did that. That doesn't help you in a new relationship at all. So I'm not saying I did or I'm not saying I do. But I think that there's a high percentage of people, that do. So I don't think I'm 100% wrong here.
I need comments. On this one, please.
All right. So in the comments, have you ever, please be honest, have you ever, thought about an ex while you were doing the nitty gritty? We want to know. Yeah. What are you doing?
No, I don't know.
Stay on track, bro.
I can't, dude. I'm trying so hard. I want to jump all over the place, jump around. But I need to hear this in comments. I move on, by the way. When I'm done, maybe, is it just me?
That's such a lie, dude.
Dude, bullshit. ADHDers out there. ADHDers, assemble.
That is such a lie. I remember you in that moment. You were not moving on, dude.
Bullshit, dude. Like, if I think about my first marriage, I never think about her. Ever. Ever. How
I'm
far?
not
Okay,
saying
wait,
you
wait, wait,
do
wait, wait.
now.
How far back do you go?
What do you mean, how far back can I go?
Like, on how far back when you're, I can't even fucking believe this. I can't believe. So when you're having sex with someone, say you're in a relationship today, okay? And you're doing something, you're thinking about things you did in the past with somebody else?
No. I said no. I'm saying there are people who do it. I've had confirmations of these.
Okay, so you don't.
I
per se.
don't. I'm the type
Okay.
of person, if I'm with someone, that
Right.
person becomes the center of my world. You know this,
I know
right?
that. Okay,
So there you go. So I'm
that's why I
saying
was struggling with it right now. I was
no,
struggling that you said you do.
no, not at all. When I'm with someone,
I got you.
they literally become the center of
Yes.
my world. There's no
100%.
comparing. There's no this person used to do that. There's like this is I'm living in the present. I'm saying I have confirmations of people that have done it.
Got you. Got you.
Right?
Are
When
you
you
friends
have
with these people? Are you friends with these people?
no, I just look at the community I have, bro. I mean,
suppose. Yeah.
I got 500,000 people that comment on my
Yeah.
stuff
I
sometimes.
suppose. I get it.
There's a lot of things that come out of these comments, and some I spot, some I miss. I do apologize to the people that I miss, but there are comments that I do see, some that pop out, and the reason they pop out is because they get a lot of likes, right? So the thing is, when you're on social media and someone comments something, if it gets a lot of likes, it's pushed up on your comment list.
Got you.
And this is one thing that popped out, and I was like, oh my god.
Who does that? TikTok does that automatically?
Yeah, so well, no, Instagram does it too. Like if somebody comments on your stuff and
Yeah.
it gets a lot of reactions,
Yeah.
that's the one they'll show you like on
No kidding.
priority.
Interesting. I
So
always wondered how that moved because I would see someone's comment on a TikTok, and then if it was a lot of comments, then it was down low, and I'm always trying to look for it. I'm like, where did it go? I thought it was down here.
yeah, so that's what I'm saying. So no, not and again, not me. I'm saying a lot of people.
God, I really want to do. That's the question of the day. Like, if you're listening to this podcast, have you ever thought of an ex while having sex?
Be honest.
Be honest. Like, seriously, no judgment. We are not here to judge. Just let us know. Like, that's something my brain
Just
would
don't
love
comment.
to know.
Don't comment if you know your partner's watching the comments.
Yeah, if your partner, yeah, maybe don't. Maybe we should have a code word. Let's have it come up with code words. But no, yeah, this is like if just yes or no.
Well, if you do, say strawberry.
Strawberry. Strawberry means butthole, dude.
Okay, whatever.
He can be like
You
someone
asked me
says
to do
that's strawberries. Isn't that the code word for butthole?
I don't know.
Strawberry?
I've never heard of that before. Is that an American thing or
I don't know. Do you want some strawberries? What flavor is that thing you're drinking right now?
strawberry?
Hey, oh my god,
Dude, you're a mess.
I'm not a mess.
You're
This
a
is
mess.
good. This is good stuff. Looky, you're laughing. Other of our listeners are like, Mario, please. The
You're a mess.
ADHDers love that. This is for them too. It can't all be for like the atypicals, dude. People love the ADHDers out there. They love my format.
I'm anxious to put out 3-4 episodes a week
Why?
because I just feel like once a week is not enough. We have so many things to say because you're
Dude.
so all over the place that we
I'm
can't
always
stay
looking
on
at the
track.
time. I'm like, shit, I have like 12 other things I want to talk about. And now it's an hour. The Gutted podcast starts Monday, ends Wednesday.
Basically,
3 days long. But there's shit that we need to be talking about because it's good. I always go back to comments and I think about how you see different comments like from different shows. I'll read a comment sometimes and it has to do with an episode we did, a month ago, and they're coming up with that comment. So I start thinking about that comment and I want to like, oh, we should talk about this and we should talk about that. There's a lot we should be talking about, but it's always nice to be able to, like try to address those comments, especially on YouTube and stuff where they're watching us.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
So, I mean, to close this episode off, which was healing is not linear.
Was that the
Well-
topic of the day?
It was, yeah.
Healing.
Yeah. So
Healing
what
is
would
not
you
linear.
say to someone who's in that process right now?
That healing is not linear. I really believe that everyone has to have this is what I would say. Don't listen to what I have to say because everyone has to have their own way of healing. And whatever you feel is right for you, find that peace and balance and heal that way and surround yourself by love and by people that understand you and that won't judge you in your healing process. That's what I would say.
Nice.
Yeah. Because my words, my words are useless to someone if it's not the way they want to heal.
Well, it's also different because you're in a relationship. I think that's what I like about our podcast is the fact that you're in a relationship and I'm searching for mine.
Mm-hmm. That's difficult. That is difficult. I will tell you that.
What?
It's difficult. Like there's so much more I would share of my life with you in my relationship at times, but it's because when I have something that's amazing that's happening to me, and it can't be like, it's not just like the big things, it's the small things.
Yeah.
There is times that it's like, God, I wish Pat would have this too, and I don't talk to you about it. It's not like you wouldn't care if I talked to you about it.
No, you should.
No,
talk to me
it's
about
but
it.
they're not big things. They're not like monumental things, but they're like little things that happen that is like, God, he would love this. Pat would love this
Yeah,
right now.
Of course.
And I don't bring him. I'm not going to be like, hey, dude, guess what I'm doing? Like, I'm not going to do that. But
She's sucking on my toe. What?
yeah, no, but it's like, for me,
Yeah.
it's the little things. We
of
were
course.
talking about this yesterday. It's just the little stupid things that is just like mean so much more than just like, oh, it's our anniversary. You bought this, like
Yeah.
the random Tuesday laying in bed eating fucking leftovers. Damn, that's the best meal ever.
Yeah.
So that's the kind of things at times I wish I could share with you.
Okay. Well,
Leftovers in bed.
I think it's great. I'm gonna say this for my closing note on this beautiful conversation.
Cue soft music.
I'm gonna say healing doesn't mean that you don't miss them. Healing just means that you choose yourself every single day.
Like that.
I'm gonna say that.
That was a post. Were you reading that?
I think I've already talked about it. Yes.
What was the last thing you said?
The last thing I said? The part?
Yeah.
I said healing doesn't mean you don't miss them. It just means that you're choosing yourself every day.
Like that. Choosing yourself.
Every day.
Do you know how many times I like something on TikTok or on Instagram? I'm like, that's really good. Seconds later, I forgot what it was. I save it for a reason. I'm like, oh my God, I want to save this and watch it later. Gone. Classic ADHD right there.
Yeah. You got to repeat it so that you remember it. But
I do repeat it sometimes.
yeah. And I think, to end on that note, it's important to understand that because you're allowed to miss them. Even if they're 10, 15 years ago, you're allowed to miss them. It's okay. You don't have to feel bad because you miss them, but just remember to choose yourself and remember why you're not with them anymore. Everything you lose just opens up doors for everything that you deserve. Right?
I agree.
Boom.
Damn, there it is. There's the Dr. Phil moment right there.
There we go. Bum, bum, bum.
So as everyone probably realized today's episode 13, this is going to be our last episode of season 2.
We're going to 24?
What?
We're
doing 24 episodes in season 2?
I thought we said 24.
Just kidding. For those of you that just heard me say that was me just kidding.
Yeah, because or else we're going to be at season 70 by the time I'm 38.
This year on season 113 of the Gutted Podcast, we're happy the people at 7 Media Inc. that is the production company that oversees and owns now the Gutted Podcast.
Good news.
Good news. Very, very good news.
A lot of secret stuff happening behind the curtains.
Behind the curtains, things will happen. So everyone, thank you for listening. Another great episode. I hope you guys did better than Pat on the Jeopardy show. If you did, maybe follow along and let us know what your points were, how much money you made, and whatever money you earned today, Patrick will send you. So really happy about that. So Pat, thanks for giving that money away to so many people. It's amazing. Clico watches, everybody. That's where it all starts. And by the way,
this could probably be used as legal action if you.
By the way, if you don't have a beautiful timepiece, you should go to clico.com and see his collection and use Gutted Pod on checkout to get 25% off because he has a beautiful watch collection. I really wish that Clico would be more known to people because it is gorgeous. All your designs are gorgeous, dude.
Thank you. Appreciate that. And we're working on a new collection. And I'm also going to say what Mario just said about the money is not true.
It is 100% true. Everyone,
true.
Please send, whatever your points are. Pat,
no, here's the thing. Americans, they will sue for anything.
In pesos.
Okay, you guys
Can you
have that
in
reputation.
Pesos?
I cannot.
Dude, 500 pesos is like $5.
Americans have this reputation of just suing whenever they get the chance. So
not really.
Not true. That's what I'm
But
telling you. You got
but
that reputation.
I understand that, but we have good lawyers. So
You have the
we
reputation.
at this show have very, very good lawyers. So let them sue away for me saying something on the air, because
You
you know
got
what
that
it is.
reputation.
If they can't take a joke, too bad.
What do you think about having that reputation, though? Because it's worldwide. You guys have that reputation worldwide for just suing nonstop.
Dude, I'm going to sue you if you don't stop saying this.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Thank you for confirming.
Okay, I need to go call my lawyer. Everyone have a wonderful week, and we'll see you next week on the Got It podcast. Bro, keep it up, and I'm going to sue you. Love you.
Love you too, bro.
See ya.
Ciao. I fucking lost you.
2